Yo, what is going on, gamers? It is your boy Chris here, aka Chris That Gamer. Today, guys, I'm bringing you another episode of how to get better in Call of Duty World War II. Today, we're going to be focusing on 1v1s. I've seen a lot of people in the comment section asking if I could do this for 1v1s, and I'm glad to be bringing it. So without further ado, let's get straight on into today's video. And I also want to go ahead and say thank you for 6,300 subs. We literally just hit 6K subs, and we are just continuing to grow over and over and over again. So let's go ahead and talk about this said round right here. I personally, on this map, like to get Nazi control. You can look at A bomb, you can look at B bomb, and as I saw my opponent played A, I got to the window very quickly, saw him cross, so I knew he was somewhere over here. Some of you guys probably would have continued to run after him. I kind of held that choke point because I knew that he possibly was going to check the bomb. Now there are two different type of players. One player that will play it, and then in like 5 seconds he's going to check the bomb again, or a different player where he's just going to play and he's not going to check the site at all. It's a gamble, but I took it, and my opponent obviously checked the site and I was able to get the kill. Now this round, this was just a little sloppy for me. I was trying to get that kill across the map on the yellow car. He ends up tossing a nade into my window. Things just didn't really go into my advantage. And I also just want to let you guys know, like, you are going to have to snake. It doesn't matter if it's 1v1s, 2v2s, 3s, or 4s. You're putting yourself at a disadvantage if you are not snaking. Now, I know a lot of people in the comment section are asking, why do people make snaking such a big deal? It's in the game. It's a big deal, and it's a problem because of the fact that when you do that whole mechanic of proning and coming up, the opponent cannot see your head, which is a very cheesy and scummy way to be able to look at literally lines of sights. Like, if you're doing it in ones, you could literally snake something and your opponent literally wouldn't even be able to see your head. So I lost that first round just because I thought he was still inside top Nazi, didn't see him, died. I won that round, obviously, as you guys clearly could tell. I saw his head, was able to see that he was trying to go towards middle, and I basically just cut him off. Now for me right now, I've really been enjoying the FG42. It shoots a lot slower than the bar. The bar definitely has a better rate of fire. So if you're going to be rushing around a lot, I would either say use that PPSH or use a bar, just because of the fact that that bar has a super fast fire rate, which is probably going to get you some joke kills up close. For me, the FG42 is just super accurate. Honestly, I probably shouldn't have pushed inside Nazi with this weapon, just because this is like your typical AR in this game. Now, I want to go ahead and talk about classes in this game, because 1v1s, I think every single one of my 1v1 classes in this game all have mountain on. 1v1s are super important, especially being able to be completely dead silent. You have to make sure that your footsteps are not being heard. I even know people in 2s are just running nothing but mountain. They're not running any other division because they want to make sure that their footsteps are silent, which is super important in 1v1s. If you think about it, there's literally only 2 people on the map. You need to make sure that you're cranking your headset up just to kind of hear stuff. You know, you might be able to hear your opponent jumping down and things of that nature. A lot of stuff in this game make noise, and if that person is not using mountain, they are literally a walking elephant on the map. It's an easy, just straight up sound whore. I swear you could probably hear them if you had iPhone headphones on. So in my opinion, I feel like you are going to need mountain, but if you don't run it, use inconspicuous, the basic training that kind of makes your footsteps a little silent. They're just not all the way dead silent, because there are some rush routes that you probably want to use. And in my personal opinion, 1v1s in this game are a little interesting. Like I said before, you want to make sure that you're using mountain, and then there's not that many basic trainings that you can use. Obviously, a lot of people are using prime so they don't get flinched. But if you're using prime, you're not using something like inconspicuous. So if you're not using mountain, then you're all the way not dead silence. But let's say if you're using airborne, you want to run around the map faster, you need to make sure you're using something that makes your footsteps a little silent, which is obviously inconspicuous. But then now you don't have prime, which means you're going to get flinched when you get shot at. I've died a lot of times because I don't have flinch on some of my classes. So it definitely does suck. There's a lot of things in this game that you kind of have to sacrifice. But as far as 1v1s, I just would say there's going to be a lot of corner camping. That's been in every single 1v1s. I mean, COD Ghost was probably one of the most like corner camping, watching crosses, singles games that I've played in a very long time. And it's not as bad in World War II, and the reason being is because some of the maps you literally can't camp in a corner and see the whole crosses, so it's not as bad, which is kind of a good thing in my personal opinion. The maps are extremely weird, so you're definitely gonna have to just figure out how to play each map. I would say probably my worst 1v1 map in this game is probably Ardennes Forest and probably Gibraltar. London Docks is pretty good. I would say Saint Marie d'Ermont's pretty good as well. USS Texas is big, but those three maps are good in ones. We're not even talking about twos and stuff like that, because some of those maps suck in twos, suck in threes. But as far as ones, Ardennes Forest is just super weird. You just gotta figure out your play style. Are you a rusher? For me, I've always loved using a sub, so I always run around with that PPSH, and I just love ARs in this game. You guys obviously know ARs are super overpowered, which is why a lot of people are running them, especially the bar FG42, and literally you have a sub in your back pocket. That machine pistol is godlike, man. That thing is absolutely insane. Also, I know a lot of you guys have been wondering, where did the versus series go? A lot of people have been commenting that they want to see certain guns versed off against each other and things of that nature. I'll put a pause on the series just because this week there's supposed to be a weapon update, and I didn't want to record an episode, come out with it, and they basically changed the weapons, and now that whole video is irrelevant. So right now they haven't done anything to subs, and this update coming up, it should mess with the bar. Suppose it's gonna nerf the bar, so I don't want to do anything versing off the bar when it's gonna get nerfed sometime very soon. So hope you guys understand. I'm gonna be pushing forward the versus series super soon as well. Hope you guys did enjoy today's 1v1 tips and tricks. As always, it's been Chris here, aka Chris. I shall see y'all next time. Peace out.